Week 6. Prevention Strategies and Education for Combating SGBV1. Understanding key prevention strategies for SGBV. Effective prevention strategies are crucial in reducing sexual and gender-based violence, SGBV, by addressing its root causes and creating safer environments. 3 levels of prevention. Primary prevention focuses on stopping SGBV before it occurs through education and addressing root causes like gender inequality. Secondary prevention involves early intervention for at-risk groups to prevent escalation of violence. Tertiary prevention provides long-term support and rehabilitation for survivors to prevent re-victimization. Key strategies: community awareness campaigns. Educate communities on recognizing and preventing SGBV. Economic empowerment, skills training, and financial support for vulnerable groups. Legal reforms, strengthening laws and ensuring their enforcement against SGBV. Consider this question: which prevention strategy could have the most impact in your community? Pause for thought. The answer: effective prevention requires a combination of education, legal reforms, and community engagement. 2. The role of education in preventing SGBV. Education plays a pivotal role in changing attitudes and behaviors that perpetuate SGBV. Key approaches in education: comprehensive sexual education. Teach consent, healthy relationships, and rights from an early age. Gender equality programs. Promote equal opportunities and challenge gender stereotypes in schools. Empowerment workshops. Train women and girls on self-defense, legal rights, and financial independence. Case study. In Rwanda, integrating gender equality into school curriculums led to increased reporting of SGBV and reduced cases of violence. Consider this: how can schools in your community incorporate SGBV prevention into their curriculum? 3. Community-based prevention strategies. Communities play a vital role in preventing SGBV through local initiatives and support systems. Key community-based strategies. Community watch programs. Engage local leaders to monitor and report SGBV incidents. Safe spaces. Establish community centers for survivors to access support and resources. Engaging men and boys. Programs that involve men and boys in challenging harmful gender norms and advocating for equality. Case study. In Kenya, the Men's Action Groups initiative trained men to advocate against SGBV, significantly reducing cases of domestic violence. Pause for reflection. What does this tell us? Inclusive community strategies are effective in preventing SGBV. 4. Leveraging technology for SGBV prevention technology offers innovative solutions for raising awareness and reporting SGBV. Key technological tools: mobile apps, anonymous reporting platforms, and emergency alert apps for survivors. Social media campaigns, spreading awareness about SGBV rights and resources. Online education, webinars, videos, and online courses on gender equality and SGBV prevention. Case study. In India, the Fight Back app allowed women to alert friends and authorities during emergencies, leading to faster responses and increased safety. Consider this: how can technology be used more effectively for SGBV prevention in your community? 5. Strengthening policy and advocacy for SGBV prevention policies that address the root causes of SGBV and ensure accountability are essential for prevention. Key policy approaches: comprehensive SGBV laws. Enact and enforce laws addressing all forms of SGBV, including economic and psychological violence. Funding for prevention programs. Allocate resources for shelters, legal aid, and awareness campaigns. Monitoring and accountability. Establish independent bodies to monitor compliance with SGBV laws. Case study. In South Africa, the introduction of the National Strategic Plan on Gender-Based Violence led to increased funding for shelters and more stringent enforcement of SGBV laws. Pause for reflection. What does this tell us? Strong policies and effective implementation are key to SGBV prevention. 6. Engaging men and boys in SGBV prevention. Addressing SGBV effectively requires the involvement of men and boys as allies and advocates for gender equality. Key approaches: mentorship programs, train boys and young men on positive masculinity and respect for women's rights. Awareness workshops address toxic masculinity and promote healthy relationships. Role models. Highlight male leaders who advocate against SGBV. Case study. In Uganda, the Men Engage program trained male community leaders to advocate for SGBV prevention, leading to a shift in attitudes and reduced cases of domestic violence. Consider this. What role can men and boys play in preventing SGBV in your community? 7. Building partnerships for effective SGBV prevention collaborations between governments, NGOs, and communities enhance the effectiveness of SGBV prevention strategies. Key partnership approaches. Public-private partnerships. Engage businesses to fund and promote SGBV prevention programs. NGO collaboration. Leverage expertise and resources of NGOs for community outreach and education. International support. Access funding and technical support from international organizations for SGBV prevention. Case study. In Tanzania, a partnership between the government and NGOs helped establish 24/7 SGBV response centers, significantly improving survivor support. Pause for reflection. What does this tell us? Partnerships amplify the impact of SGBV prevention efforts. 8. Becoming an advocate for SGBV prevention. As future leaders, scholars can play a crucial role in advocating for comprehensive SGBV prevention strategies. Key actions for advocates. Raise awareness, organize workshops and campaigns on SGBV prevention. Policy advocacy. Engage with local leaders to strengthen SGBV laws and allocate funding for prevention. Support survivors. Volunteer or support organizations providing services to SGBV survivors. Lead by example. Challenge harmful gender norms and promote equality in everyday interactions. Challenge for the week. Identify a local SGBV prevention program. Evaluate its strengths and suggest improvements. Create a brief action plan for an awareness campaign on SGBV prevention in your community. Remember, preventing SGBV requires a proactive approach that addresses the root causes, engages all community members, and promotes gender equality. See you next time as we conclude our module with a focus on sustaining the fight against SGBV.